Make Me a Woman Tonight to be streamed live on rovermanproductions.com on the 30th of August 2020. Hello everyone, welcome back to SAHARA Movies. I'm Lydia once again and I'm your host for today. Today we'll take a look at Uncle Ebo Whyte's plays, 5 of his popular plays I have seen. I'm trying to do this to pave way for the 30th August live stream, Make Me a Woman Tonight. So I'll talk about 5 of his plays and then we'll get ready for the 30th of August. Once again, if you're new to this channel, don't forget to subscribe for more videos and more updates. Let's get started. So James Ebo Whyte, popularly known as Uncle Ebo Whyte, has played a couple of plays I have seen and then I would like to talk about them. My first play on the list, I have The Comeback. The Comeback is quite emotional. Uncle Ebo Whyte normally makes his plays quite emotional so that his audience will feel the attachment in it. Like when you're watching it, you feel yourself involved in it. I'll take a look at The Comeback, The Day That Came, God, Youre Fired, and Not My Husband. And the final one, I'll look at Make Me a Woman Tonight. I've already done a review of it, but I'll talk a little about it before the video ends. So, The Comeback. So The Comeback is about a footballer who manages to travel outside to play for an international team, but unfortunately he was injured and then his contract wasn't renewed. That wasn't the news. So the news was when he was outside, he was managing to send money home so that his brother will be able to make something for him, like a property for him, because he can't live outside forever. His family is in Ghana, his family is in his home country and is outside. So he'll make money outside and bring it to his family, or send the money to his family so that they can build a house, start a business or something for him. And he trusted his brother so much to do that for him. But unfortunately, the day he arrived in his home country, in his house, he was saddened by the news he heard that nothing was saved for him or nothing was built for him. His house, his business, everything he trusted his brother to do for him, nothing. So this is where the story is somehow emotional. It contains lots of comedy, like you feel the comedy aspect and you laugh and all that. But when you delve into the motive of the story, you realize that this is something that happens in our daily lives. Like people tend to embezzle other people's money because they feel that, I don't know, they should always be their own priority. But it's not good. So Uncle Ebo Whyte bringing this story to everyone, or like for everyone to see that it is real. You don't really have to trust everyone so much. It was a good one there. Eventually there was nothing he could do because his brother had taken everything. His brother had literally or technically taken everything he gave him money to build for him. And at this aspect of life, you want to give up because you think that, okay, your life has ended, or you want to avenge your brother. He wanted to, that was his initial thought, until later he was advised by his coach who helped him travel outside. And then he started his training again and again, and then he got back on his feet. Honestly, I don't know where you can get this play to watch. I don't know if it will be on his website, rovermanproductions.com. But there's no harm in trying. You can check it out, and then if it's there, you can watch it. In case you didn't watch the live stream on YouTube, you can take advantage of the fact that he's now making his plays accessible on his website, and then watch it on rovermanproductions.com. Yes, so our next play we have The Day That Came. This play was played on Father's Day in 2020, and yes, it was his first online streaming play he did on YouTube. That was his first one, The Day That Came, and he had lots of hype because everyone was like, really? Ebo Whyte is going to play a play on YouTube? So we are not going to go to the theaters again like the normal way. So we were all anticipating for it. So The Day That Came is about a young woman a married woman who was going through a very, very dangerous relationship. I'll say dangerous because it was very abusive, something that could cost her life. but she still managed to stay in the relationship because she believed that at the end of the tunnel there's always light. Yes, so that's the point that I wasn't getting, because if you're in an abusive relationship and your husband is bullying you, you have every right to leave. But this young woman decided to stay with her husband and then be as humble and submissive as she could. So the day that came, the title came in when the young woman's dad came to visit her one day, because he has heard lots of news and rumors that his daughter is being maltreated by her husband. So he decides to go into the issue, involve himself, because that was his only daughter and he couldn't afford that. But his daughter said, no, I'm not moving in with you. This is the marriage I choose, and let me battle with every consequence that comes my way. So that is one determined woman who wants to stay in an abusive relationship because she has faith that definitely everything will be fine. Eventually, it came out that her husband was being possessed by an evil spirit. And this is the first time I'm seeing Ebo Whyte involving evil spirits in his plays. Like, he's quite religious, but to bring demonic aspects, I haven't seen anything like that before. And it followed a good plot. Like, it's normal for some people to cheat in relationships, but very abnormal for the cause to be from an evil spirit. This one, so I don't know how you can get it to watch in case you want to see it. Maybe on his website, romanproductions.com. I'm doing this so that if you haven't heard about the one you'll be playing on the 30th of August, Make Me a Woman Tonight, you go and buy your tickets before the place gets flooded. Like, it gets flooded, everything, the system becomes slow. So if you haven't purchased your ticket yet, please purchase it for the 30th of August 2020. Our third movie, or our third play, will look at God, You Are Fired. God, You Are Fired. This one was shown at the National Theatre and it was good. It just contained lots of religious aspects. Like, the focus was on God. The focus was on God not doing his job as God, betraying his very, very his very, very loyal, I don't know how it's easy, like someone who believes so much in God, and God was betraying the person. So that was the title, God, You Are Fired, because you are not doing your responsibilities as I expect you to. But then there was God watching them do everything, like was watching everything scatter, and then eventually molded everything back to normal. So Ebo Whyte's plots, you can't really predict the end. That's why a lot of people rush to see his plays. It starts, and it's not one of the playwrights you can predict the end, because some of the plays that you will see, as soon as you watch from the start, you know how it is going to end. But Ebo Whyte is someone who is experienced and like he has this natural talent to make plays, and you can't really predict his plays. Yes. Our third one will look at Not My Husband, one of the very, very emotional stories I've seen of Ebo Whyte. Not My Husband. Not My Husband. It's very, very emotional. He always says that he tries to make his plays more compatible. Like, you feel you are part of the story, you feel you are involved in it, so you watch it with intense attention, like you focus on it so much. Not My Husband is one thing that I don't really regret watching. So it's about a woman who dies of a car, who is supposed, it's about a woman who goes into coma because she had a car accident, and then in coma she was, her body was on the sick bed, and then her spirit was in heaven with her grandma. So that's the story. Ebo Whyte really likes bringing God in his stories. I don't know which other movie have I seen without God. I think The Comeback is not so focused on God, but the woman's spirit is in heaven and her body is on the sick bed. The reason why the title was made so is because the woman didn't know that her husband loved her that much. She was just thinking her husband is one of those people who don't have time for their wives because they are busy, they want to make money, they want to make a better family, so they forget totally about their wives. But here the woman was in heaven, seeing everything the husband was doing. Her body was on the sick bed and her husband stayed by her day in, day out and everything. Even initially she wanted to just give up so that they will just confirm that okay, she's dead, and then she'll stay up there because she didn't have any reason to calm down and live with her husband, because all this while she thought her husband didn't love her. But from what the husband was showing, she was seeing, like watching her husband live, everything live. He wasn't sleeping, he wasn't eating well, always with the woman. Even though she wasn't hearing, he kept on talking to her, baby, you need to wake up, baby, you need to get out of the bed. Like she felt the vibe. And at that point the husband was about to be snatched by a nurse. And you know, women sometimes women get jealous at a point. So that was what triggered her that no, I need to go down. No, I want to live, I don't want to die, I want to live. So that play had lots of comedy, like lot of humor in it. You will not watch it to regret. It contains laughter, moral lessons, like he speaks that, like he doesn't joke with his grammar also. When his people are acting, they make sure that their acting is on point, their music is also good. Like Ebo Whyte is just good, like he's good for Ghana. Okay, so our last play, let's take a look at what we'll be seeing on the 30th of August 2020, Make Me a Woman Tonight. I did a review earlier of the play, and I'll do another one so that your interest will be raised to purchase a ticket and then watch. I want you guys to watch it so that I'll feel proud that yes, a play I've talked so much about, lots of you have watched it. So Make Me a Woman Tonight is about a young woman who grows up, like intentionally keeps her virginity for her future husband, and then marries a footballer and finds out that the footballer is somehow impotent, like he has sold his manhood for riches and fame. Imagine not knowing this before you get married. Just imagine that. So Make Me a Woman Tonight, on their final day, or like on their wedding day, madam is ready for something and sir is not ready, like boss is not ready. So I'm just imagining how it will end. I won't say the ending, I'm just giving you a gist of the story. So the footballer sells his manhood for riches and fame and is being married, and he marries a very pretty girl but is not able to satisfy her sexually. Yes, and let's see how the story ends. Which of these plays have you seen before, and which of them have you not seen before? I'll end here for today. My first video of me showing myself was Money High Street. I'll add it to the description so that if you haven't seen it, you can check it out and do a comparison. How have I improved? Have I progressed or have I retrogressed? Hey, am I right? Okay, I don't know. So I'll end here for today. Till next time.